Hey everybody, this is Nick on Control Nick, and today I'm going to teach you about conditional dropdowns. Kind of a niche trick you can learn, but it's used across all different companies that you'll work within, so it's a super valuable tool, and I'm going to show you exactly how we can use it. Let's go over to the Excel workbook. All right, so we're in the Excel workbook now, and as you can see, we have a table, and in this table, we have a list of tasks, and we're going to order these tasks by importance and feasibility. Now, over to the right in columns F and H, I have importance labeled from 1 to 5. Let's assume 1 is most important. And we have feasibility. So not feasible through highly feasible. What we want to do is, based off of these tasks, we're going to apply different levels of importance and feasibility. It'll be based off of dropdowns, and we're also going to apply some conditional formatting. So whenever you fill in one of these dropdowns with one of these options here, it's going to adjust to coloring. The first thing we're going to do is create a dropdown list. So what you do is you select where you want to create the dropdown. So I'm going to select in C3 here. And then under data, you have data validation. When you click on data validation, you have allow any value under settings. But if you select this dropdown, you have list. Now that you have selected list, you need a source for where are these different options going to be pulling from. What I'm going to do is select this up arrow, and now we're going to drag over the different options that you want to add into this dropdown. So for importance, I'm going to select 1 through 5, just like that. Then you can click enter, and then OK. Now you can see there's this dropdown option, and you have 1 through 5 showing. Simple as that for a dropdown. I'm going to do the same thing for feasibility. So I'm just going to click in D3. I'm still under data. I'm going to go to data validation, allow list, select all the feasibility options, click enter, and then click OK. Now we have the two different drop-down options that we want to use. And what's really cool is these reference of the lists are locked in. So if I copy and paste down these drop-downs so it covers all of these cells, it'll still maintain the same list. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to copy these and then paste down with Control V. And then you can see we still have those lists. And it's going to already allow you to easily label different importance and feasibility based off the task at hand. But you want to add a little bit of color coding as well, because sometimes it's easier on the eye to see where there are areas of concern, for example, where maybe you want to focus on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select only under the importance column where we have all those different drop downs, and we're going to start adding some conditional formatting. So how to add that is you'd go into Home, and then over to the right, you have conditional formatting. And we want to apply a cell rule. So when it's a certain value in a cell, it's going to show a color. What you can do is if you go into More Rules, you'll see that you have different options. We're going to stick with format only cells that contain. We're going to do a cell value, and we're going to say equal to, because you want it to apply a format depending on if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. We can just say in here the number 1. And if now we select format, we can now apply different colors. So you can see you can apply number, font, border, fill. We're just going to do a fill. Since 1 is highest in importance, let's make that red. It's super, super important. So we're going to make it this dark red here. And then for the font color, let's make that white. When I click OK, it'll give you a preview of how it looks. I'm going to click OK again. And now it has applied it to all of these cells that we have highlighted. Now a cool trick is you can duplicate these rules and we'll adjust for 2 through 5. So I'm going to go into conditional formatting, and then under there, the last option is manage rules. You can see we have this rule applied. So when a cell value is 1, it's going to look like that. But there's an option called duplicate rule. We have 5 different options under importance, so let's make sure there's 5 different rules, right? We can start with cell value equals 1, and you can edit that rule in here. So I'm going to select edit rule. I'm going to go back to format. And now what we can do is adjust for importance level 2. So maybe we want to make that a more orange color rather than the dark red. And then we can do font color, and that's going to still be white, but we can make that maybe a black color instead. Oh, I actually need to change the cell value as well, and I'm going to change the cell value to 2 and click OK. Now, whenever you're happy with the rules that you're setting in conditional formatting, make sure you select apply because then it's going to apply the rules to all the different cells you have highlighted. I'm actually going to just go forward a little bit and I won't go one by one for all 5 options, but I'll show you how it looks as soon as we actually finish with the formatting. Okay, I've actually now applied the different rules that I'm happy with. So from 1, it goes from a darker red all the way through 5, where it's a green, meaning it's not the highest importance. So it's green, meaning okay. That's just the coloring that I'm giving it. I've clicked on apply. I've also ordered, so it's 1 through 5 in this formatting view. You can do that by selecting these arrows and it'll move around the different rules. But when you're happy with the order, you click apply, and then I'm going to click OK. And as you can see, we now have coloring affecting the selection in your dropdown. So now whenever we click these colors, you'll notice it's going to impact the coloring in this dropdown list. Super cool functionality. And now let's do the same for feasibility. You can do it the exact same way as well. It's really as simple as that, except I just wanted to show you you can do it both for values, but you can also do it for text. And just to get started with that, let's highlight all the areas or cells, and then we'll go to conditional formatting. We're going to go to manage rules, and we're going to do a new rule in here. Format only cells that contain, right? And let's do equal to. And now we're going to say moderately feasible, just like that, just to show you that it will start to fill out as soon as we apply this rule. So moderately feasible, let's also make it, what was it for the other coloring? I think we did yellow, just so that we stick with the same color coding there. And we're going to make black text, click on OK, OK, and then apply. And you'll see that it starts to formulate itself, or it adds that conditional coloring. So again, I'm going to skip forward. I'm going to do this so that you don't have to worry about all the noise. And I'll show you how that looks in just a moment. All right, so there you have it. It looks like my very feasible is a slightly different green than the 4 for importance, which is completely fine. So you can always manage the conditional formatting again by going under Home, Conditional Formatting, and then Manage Rules. Just make sure you highlight all the different cells that you have. One last trick that I would suggest is it's really cool to have this option, but it's also important how you filter the data. I would suggest if you want to filter by importance, for example, so let's say that you have multiple tasks here that are number 1 importance and you want to filter those to the top, you just highlight the headers, you select data, and then you select filter, and then all of a sudden what you can do is sort by smallest to largest, largest to smallest. You can sort by text as well. That's completely up to you. So let's say we do smallest to largest, and all of a sudden your most important tasks are sitting at the top. That was actually it for today. If you found the video useful, liking and subscribing always helps with the channel. And I've got these 2 videos that are going to pop up for you that I think are relevant. One is about dropdowns and one is about professional Excel formatting. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful day.